You've seen the headlines. Seniors are getting a $6,000 bonus check from the government. It's everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, the news. And if you're over 62, you probably searched for it yourself. So let me tell you the truth right now. That $6,000 is not a check. It's not a payment. It's not arriving in your mailbox. It is a tax deduction. It lowers your taxable income, and depending on your tax bracket, it saves you somewhere between $720 and $1,320. And it's not even for people 62 and over. You have to be 65. Now, if that's where most videos stop, this one is just getting started. Because while everyone argues about that $6,000 deduction, there are real programs, real payments, real savings, real money that millions of seniors qualify for and never claim.
According to NCOA, $58 billion in SNAP, SSI, and Medicare Savings Program benefits goes unclaimed by eligible adults 65 and older every single year. Not a typo, $58 billion. Today, we're going through 8 of those programs, the exact income limits, the exact dollar amounts, and exactly how to apply for each one. Some kick in at 60, some at 62, some at 65. I'll flag the age for every single one. And if you qualify for several of them, you could potentially receive $10,000 or more in combined annual benefits and savings. If this channel has helped you find even one program you didn't know about, hit subscribe, because number 6 on this list is the real story behind that $6,000 everyone's confused about, and you don't want to miss it. Before we start, I want to be straight with you about how this video works. Every program I'm going to name is a real federal or state government program. The numbers come from official program websites and independent nonprofits like the National Council on Aging. No selling, no affiliate links, no secret trick, just programs that exist with the steps to qualify. You paid into these systems your entire working life. This is about making sure you collect what you earned. Let's start with the program that saves the most money, and the one that 6 million eligible seniors are not using. Medicare Savings Programs. 3 main tiers for seniors: QMB, SLMB, and QI. There is no specific age minimum for these. You need to be enrolled in Medicare, which is typically 65 or older, but it can be earlier if you're on disability. Here's how they work. These are state-run programs that pay some or all of your Medicare costs. The top tier, QMB, covers everything: your Part A premium if you have one, your Part B premium, your Part A deductible, your copays, your coinsurance. SLMB covers your Part B premium. QI also covers your Part B premium. Now the income limits. For 2026, QMB is $1,350 a month for an individual, $1,824 for a couple. SLMB is $1,616 a month. QI is $1,816 a month. Asset limits are $9,950 for an individual, $14,910 for a couple. But, and this matters, Connecticut, Delaware, Louisiana, Maine, Mississippi, and many other states have no asset limit at all. Check yours. If you live in one of those states, your savings account doesn't count against you. What does this actually save you? QMB alone covers the $1,736 Part A inpatient deductible, plus your Part B premium of $202.90 a month. That's $2,435 a year, plus all your copays and coinsurance. From the premium and deductible alone, that's over $4,000 a year. Add in coinsurance and copays, and it goes higher. And there's a protection most people don't know about. Federal law says that no doctor, no hospital, no pharmacy can bill a QMB patient for any Medicare cost sharing. None. If they've been charging you copays and you have QMB, they broke the law. 6 million people who are eligible for one of these programs are not enrolled. 6 million. Now here's a bonus, and I mean a real one. When you enroll in any of these 3 programs, you get automatically enrolled in the next program on our list. You don't even have to apply separately. One critical detail people get wrong: you apply at your state Medicaid office.
not Social Security, not Medicare, your state Medicaid office. That confusion alone stops thousands of people from ever enrolling. Running total so far, over $4,000 a year from Medicare savings programs alone. That automatic enrollment I just mentioned, it connects to Extra Help, also called the Low Income Subsidy, for your prescription drug costs. If you enrolled in QMB, SLMB, or QI, you're already in.
No separate application needed. For everyone else, here's what Extra Help does. It pays your Part D prescription drug costs. Your deductible is waived. Your copays drop to $5.10 for generics, $12.65 for brand name drugs. And after you hit $2,100 in out-of-pocket costs, all your covered drugs are free for the rest of the year. The income threshold is where people get surprised. $23,475 a year for an individual, $31,725 for a couple. Most seniors assume the cutoff is much lower. Check that number against your income right now. Resource limits: $18,090 for an individual, $36,100 for a couple. Your home, your car, and your life insurance are excluded from that count. Dollar impact. According to SSA, the average savings is about $5,700 a year in prescription drug costs. And one misconception to clear up. There is no partial Extra Help anymore. The Inflation Reduction Act got rid of the old partial tiers. It's one full subsidy now. If you're not auto-enrolled, apply at ssa.gov/Medicare/Part-D-Extra-Help, call 1-8007-721-213, or visit your local Social Security office. Running total, roughly $10,000 a year, and we're only on Program 2. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. The next one sounds like food stamps. That's not for me. I'm not on welfare. Let me show you why that reaction is costing you $2,256 a year. SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Special rules for seniors start at age 60. If you are 65 or older, work requirements are waived entirely. Adults 60 to 64 should be aware that new work requirements under federal law may apply unless you're exempt for another reason. And before we go any further, you paid into the tax system that funds this program for decades. You are not taking from anyone. You are collecting what you funded. The numbers. Average benefit, $188 a month. That's $2,256 a year. Maximum for one person, $298 a month. Here's what makes SNAP different for seniors. If you're 60 or older, the gross income test is waived. Only the net income test applies. That single rule makes far more seniors eligible than they realize. And here's the part almost nobody uses, the medical expense deduction. If you spend more than $35 a month on Medicare premiums, prescriptions, dental, or vision out of pocket, those costs get deducted from your income when they calculate your SNAP benefit. Only 16% of eligible seniors use this rule. 16%. It can increase your benefit dramatically or make you eligible when you thought you weren't. Assets. Your home, your car, your retirement accounts, all excluded. As of 2026, 42 states plus Washington, D.C. have effectively no separate asset test under broad-based categorical eligibility, though federal legislation could change this, so check your state's current rules. And you don't have to go to an office. All senior households with no earned income get a phone interview. Many states waive the interview entirely. Apply through your state SNAP office, online, by phone, or in person. BenefitsCheckup.org will screen your eligibility first. One more thing. Being on SNAP can automatically qualify you for something else we'll cover in a few minutes. Help with your energy bills. Keep that in mind. Running total, roughly $12,000 a year. Now, whether you own your home or rent it, the next one could save you hundreds to nearly $2,000 depending on where you live. Property tax exemptions and circuit breaker programs. These are state and local programs, not federal. They reduce your property tax through exemptions, freezes, or circuit breaker credits that give you money back when your taxes exceed a percentage of your income. 29 states plus DC have circuit breaker programs. Ages vary by state. Most require 65 or older, Some cover people 60 and up. Pennsylvania, for example, extends its program to widows and widowers age 50 or older. Let me give you real numbers from a few states. Texas. If you're 65 or older, you can shield $200,000 of your home's value from school district taxes. That's the $140,000 general homestead exemption plus a $60,000 senior exemption. Your school district tax gets frozen once you claim it. Estimated savings, $1,933 a year. Deadline, April 30th. The form is 50-114, Pennsylvania. The property tax and rent rebate program covers renters too. Income limit is $48,110, and only 50% of your Social Security counts toward that. Rebates go up to $1,000 for the lowest income tier, though most applicants receive between $380 and $770 depending on income. The deadline has been extended to December 31st, 2026. New Jersey, 2 programs. Anchor gives senior homeowners 65 and older up to $1,750. Renters 65 and older get up to $700. Senior Freeze has an income limit of $172,475. Application deadline, November 2nd, 2026. The biggest mistake? Not applying. These are not automatic. You have to file. Miss the deadline and you lose the entire year. And if you rent, don't skip this. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and many circuit breaker states include renters. Search your state's name plus Senior Property Tax Exemption 2026 or call your county assessor's office. Running total, roughly $13,000 to over $14,000 a year, depending on your state. All right, we're halfway through. So far, we've covered 4 programs worth potentially $14,000 a year. The next 4 include the real story behind that $6,000 deduction everyone's been asking about, money that might already be sitting in an account with your name on it, and the one set of phone numbers that could change everything. Stay with me. The $6,000 senior deduction, the one from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Here's what actually happened. This is for age 65 and up, not 62. You must turn 65 by the last day of the tax year. It is a tax deduction of $6,000 per eligible person. If you're married and both of you are 65 or older, that's $12,000. It reduces your taxable income. It does not put $6,000 in your bank account. What it actually saves you? $720 if you're in the 12% tax bracket. $1,320 if you're in the 22% bracket. Real money, but not $6,000. Here's what makes it worth paying attention to. It stacks. You get the standard deduction, plus the existing additional deduction for seniors 65 and up, plus this new $6,000 deduction. For a single filer 65 or older, that shelters up to $24,150 of income from taxes. 2 warnings. First, the phase out. It starts at $75,000 in modified adjusted gross income for single filers, $150,000 for married filing jointly. And your Social Security income and required minimum distributions count toward that number. A lot of seniors will hit the phase out without realizing it. Second, it's temporary. This deduction is only active for tax years 2025 through 2028, 4 years. That's it, unless Congress extends it. It's available whether you take the standard deduction or itemize, and you claim it on Schedule 1A of your 1040. Your tax software handles it automatically. Running total, roughly $14,000 to over $15,000 a year. Now, this next one doesn't apply to everyone, but for those it hits, it could mean hundreds of dollars off your bills, some of it permanent. LIHEAP, the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. No specific age minimum, but elderly households get priority. And if you're already on SNAP or Medicaid, you may be categorically eligible. No separate income verification needed. That's the connection I mentioned earlier. LIHEAP helps pay your heating and cooling bills. The federal government put $4.05 billion into it for 2026. The income limit is 150% of the federal poverty level, or 60% of your state's median income, whichever is higher. For a single person, that's roughly $23,940 a year. What you get varies by state, anywhere from $150 to over $1,000 per year. But the part most people miss is the Weatherization Assistance Program. That's separate from LIHEAP. WAP provides free home energy upgrades, insulation, windows, a new furnace, and saves an average of $372 a year in energy costs, permanently. There's also the Lifeline program, $9.25 a month off your phone or internet bill. You qualify if your income is at or below 135% of the poverty level, or if you're on SNAP, Medicaid, or SSI. Apply at lifelinesupport.org. And a note, the Affordable Connectivity Program that used to give you up to $30 a month off your internet ended in June 2024. Lifeline is now the only federal internet discount. Running total, roughly $14,000 to over $16,000 per year in recurring benefits. Now shift gears with me. Everything so far has been about programs you apply for. This next one is different. There might be money sitting in an account with your name on it right now, and you can check in 5 minutes. State unclaimed property. More than $70 billion is held by state governments, belonging to roughly 1 in 7 Americans. Old bank accounts, forgotten insurance payouts, uncashed checks. California alone holds $15 billion. Search for free at missingmoney.com or your state treasurer's website. If anyone charges you to search, that's a scam. Unclaimed pensions. More than 80,000 people have pension money waiting at the Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation. The average amount is about $5,000. Search free at pbgc.gov. All you need is your last name and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Or call 1-800-4007-242. If you worked for a company that closed, also check the Department of Labor's Retirement Savings Lost and Found database at lostandfound.dol.gov. Your Social Security earnings record. This one could be costing you right now without you knowing. If even 1 year of your earnings was reported incorrectly or is missing entirely, your monthly benefit could be roughly $100 a month less than it should be for the rest of your life. Check at ssa.gov/myaccount. Corrections take 10 to 90 days. And one more. If you were a teacher, firefighter, police officer, or federal worker under the old civil service retirement system, the Social Security Fairness Act may mean you're owed money. The average ongoing increase is about $360 a month, though actual amounts vary and can be higher. About 500,000 cases are still being processed. Check your account at ssa.gov/myaccount or call 1-800-77-21213. Those recurring annual programs we covered, Medicare Savings, Extra Help, SNAP, Property Tax Relief, the Senior Deduction, and LIHEAP, can add up to $10,000 to $16,000 or more per year, depending on what you qualify for. On top of that, unclaimed property and pension searches could recover thousands in one-time money. And if the Fairness Act or an earnings record correction applies to you, that's additional income every month going forward. So now you know what's out there. The question is, how do you actually get it when you can't even get Social Security on the phone? That's real, by the way. SSA has lost about 7,500 employees since January 2025. 60% of people are waiting more than 4 weeks for an in-person appointment. So here's the workaround. Step 1, screen yourself. Go to benefitscheckup.org. That's the National Council on Aging. It's free, it's confidential. It checks you against nearly 2,000 federal, state, and local programs. Takes about 10 minutes. Answer a few questions, get a list of what you likely qualify for. This is your starting point. Step 2, get free expert help. For anything Medicare related, the savings programs, extra help, billing issues, call SHIP. That's the State Health Insurance Assistance Program. The number is 1-877-839-2675. These are government-funded counselors, not salespeople. They will walk you through the application. For everything else, SNAP, LIHEAP, property tax, local programs, call the Elder Care Locator at 1-800-677-1116 or just dial 211 from any phone. There are over 600 area agencies on aging across the country ready to help. Step 3. When you need Social Security directly, create your account at ssa.gov/myaccount. If you need to call, dial 1-800-77-21213, Wednesday through Friday, right at 8 a.m. when the lines open.
And if you've been going in circles and getting nowhere, here's what most people don't know. Contact your U.S. Representative's Constituent Services Office. Congressional offices can push SSA to act on your case. If any benefit gets denied, free legal help is available at lawhelp.org. Write these down. benefitscheckup.org, SHIP 1-8778-392-675. Elder Care Locator 1-800-677-1116 and 211. Let's put it all together. Medicare savings programs. Over $4,000 a year from premiums and deductibles alone, more with coinsurance. Extra help. About $5,700 in prescription savings. SNAP, $2,256. Property tax relief, a few hundred to nearly $2,000. The senior tax deduction, $720 to $1,320. LIHEAP and utility help, $150 to $1,000 plus. Then unclaimed money and pension checks. Varies, but could be thousands in one-time recoveries. And your earnings record, $100 a month or more if there's an error. Not every program applies to everyone, but most seniors qualify for at least 2 or 3 they've never claimed. You paid into these programs your entire working life. Now it's time to collect. Go to benefitscheckup.org today. It takes 10 minutes. Find out what you qualify for. And if you have a parent, a spouse, or a friend over 62, send them this video. They need to see it. Subscribe so you catch the next one.